Hello learners, bonjour aux apprenants and welcome to a new year and to learn French with Likiza. Today's focus will be on these French verbs. Recouillir, cueillir, rendre, emprunter, prêter and prendre and how they are used in different contexts. Recueillir can either mean to gather or to collect in English. And here is how we conjugate it in the present tense. Je recueille, tu recueilles, il recueille, elle recueille, on recueille, nous receuillons, vous receuillez, il recueille, elle recueille. Let us see how you can use this verb in French. The first sentence example is avant de tirer une conclusion, je dois recueillir toutes les informations. Another verb option that can be used in this scenario is rassembler. And you can still say avant de tirer une conclusion, je dois rassembler toutes les informations. The second sentence example is son métier consiste à recueillir les communautés afin de faciliter les projets. And finally, les détectives ont recueilli toutes les déclarations des témoins. And so, from these sentence examples, we can see that recueillir can be used to mean to gather information, to bring people together for a meeting or to do something, for example, and to collect testimonies or statements. Cueillir is another verb that looks pretty similar to recueillir, and it can also mean to gather as recueillir or to pick. And this is how we conjugate it in the present tense. Je cueille, tu cueilles, il cueille, elle cueille, on cueille. Nous soyons, vous soyez, il cueille, elle cueille. Let us now see how you can use this verb in French. The first sentence example is il cueille normalement les fruits de leur verger. The second example is elle a cueilli une rose pour sa sœur. The third sentence example is sa famille travaillait dans une plantation de thé, cueillant du thé. And finally, il cueillit des rosons pour faire des paniers. And from these sentence examples, we can see that cueillir can be used to mean to pick fruit or tea or coffee in a harvesting context, to pluck a flower or flowers, and also to gather items for a purpose, like making a basket, for example. Rendre can either mean to return something or to give back. And this is how we conjugate it in the present tense. Je rends, tu rends, il rend, elle rend, on rend, nous rendons, vous rendez, ils rendent, elles rendent. And before I continue, if you haven't yet, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the lesson. Let us now see how you can use rendre in French. The first sentence example is je rends visite à Anna aujourd'hui. When we want to talk about visiting people, we use the construction rendre visite à. But when we are talking about visiting places, we simply use visiter. And you can check out my previous lesson on that after watching this video. The second sentence example is J'ai rendu les livres que j'avais empruntés à la bibliothèque il y a 2 semaines. And the third sentence example is j'ai rendu les clés de la maison au gardien après mon déménagement. And finally, les retards constants me rendent malade. And from these sentence examples, you can see that rendre can be used to mean to return a book or an item or an object to someone, to pay someone a visit, and also to express irritation or upset. Rendre malade. Emprunter means to borrow something from someone or to take a path or a way. And this is how we conjugate it in the present tense. J'emprunte, tu empruntes, il emprunte, elle emprunte, on emprunte, nous empruntons, vous empruntez, il emprunte, elle emprunte. Let us now see how you can use this verb in French. The first sentence example is Valérie a emprunté de l'argent à son ami. And the second sentence example is J'adore emprunter des livres à la bibliothèque. And finally, vous emprunterez ce chemin pour rejoindre le village. Prêter means to lend or to loan. And this is how we conjugate it in the present tense. Je prête, tu prêtes, il prête, elle prête, on prête, nous prêtons, vous prêtez, il prête, elle prête. Let's see a sentence example. Patrick a prêté de l'argent à Valérie. So you can see that prêter is the opposite of the verb emprunter. And finally, we have prendre. This verb can be used in a variety of contexts in French. And this is how we conjugate it in the present tense. Je prends, tu prends, il prend, elle prend, on prend. Nous prenons, vous prenez, ils prennent, elles prennent. Let us see how you can use this verb in French. If you want to use it to mean to take, you can say something, for example, like ils prennent le bus pour aller à l'école. In the context of food and drinks, prendre means to have. For example, je prends mon petit déjeuner à 7 heures. Prendre can also be used to give direction. For example, prenez cette rue. Cela vous amènera à la gare. Et voilà, c'est la fin de cette vidéo. If you'd like to learn more about French verbs, please check out my French Verbs series playlist. And if you enjoyed the lesson, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel before leaving. You can also check out my pinned comment for the various ways to support me in my work and how to improve your French further. À bientôt!